Good morning. It's day 3. So this is the lioncharge facility in Jubilee Hills. This is where I stayed yesterday. So since yesterday it was so dark, I'm not able to show you the places. So let me take you around. In this place only I kept my bike and was charging. And this is the launch, as I mentioned in the last video. So it's an AC launch. It's open for all who is coming here to charge a vehicle, and have a neat restroom here, and some details about electric cars, evolution, and about lioncharge details here. And I had a good decent sleep last night and was comfortable. So I'm just waiting for Avneesh. So he said he will be around here by 7. So I have to wait till he come. So again, to thank you lioncharge and Udheep for giving me this place and to stay and charge. Avneesh arrived around 7 AM and I was packing and setting up for the next leg of ride. And we also had some time to take some pictures together. We were posing his bike and my bike and having some fun time around. Then there were also a few people around the facility who also wanted to take pictures with us. And I also like sharing my Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, social media handles to him. And also talking about the ride and how far I'm going and all this kind of things were going on, and Avneesh were taking pictures of me around the lioncharge facility. Then around 7:30 we left the lioncharge facility, and I also called Udheep and thanked him and saying that I'm leaving the place and heading to the next stop. Meanwhile, Udheep also helped me out for the next charging point in Kamareddy, and he was also guiding me there. Then Avneesh wanted to take me around to a few places and guide me out of the Hyderabad city. Then we started to move and I followed Avneesh. He was taking me to a place where most of the people would have known by now. Avneesh took me to the IT corridor of Hyderabad, and we were under the bridge which connects to the Hyderabad IT city. Within few minutes we reached Durgam Cheru Cable Bridge, and it's a wonderful place, and it was looking like a different place. It is like somewhat like, doesn't seems to be like an Indian city. It was like what do you say? I cannot like explain words. People who have seen that place would know about the majestic look of that place. It was like a foreign country kind of, and it was like full of buildings. It was totally entirely contrast what we have seen before the bridge and after the bridge. And we stopped by in middle of the bridge, and again we had some good photo session, and we enjoyed some good clicks in the bridge. And I want to thank Avneesh again for showing me some good photographic places there and taking some pictures. Then after some clicking some pictures in the bridge, then he took me to a different place where he was saying about a lot of startups are being hosted here, and I think it's run by the government, and the building was like so marvelous to see. Not only this building, the entire place was like full of high-rise buildings and wonderful looks. And he also was explaining about what's going on here and what's happening here, and a lot of picture session again. Then we headed towards the other place. After some good, beautiful architecture photography session, we headed towards to the another place and to have our coffee, and from there I plan to continue my ride towards Kamron. cafe after a few minutes from the IT city. Since it's a morning time, there was no crowd in that place. We both were alone there, and we ordered coffee. And the first time I'm tasting Irani coffee, and it was so nice to have, and it was so refreshing. Then after some quick refreshing, we had some chat. Then Avneesh guided me and showed me the way. After having coffee, I said a goodbye to Avneesh for his wonderful hospitality and love, and I got a new friend again, and he guided me to the next place, and from there on I took the Google Map assistant and I left the place. I stopped in a famous place. Yes, it is the Hussain Sagar Lake. I always wanted to come here, and but unfortunately I have to park on the roadside, and immediately had to take some pictures and leave, and got only few good pictures. And this place always in my bucket list. The famous Buddha statue at the center of the lake was so awesome to see. That too in the night view, but unfortunately I was here in the morning and took some good pictures, but I'm not able to zoom in and take a close-up picture of the statue, but still managed some pictures and started towards the next destination. Hyderabad and continued towards Kamareddy, and I couldn't resist the beauty of the highways because it was a beautiful highway, and both the sides you could see the red color flower trees and the yellow flower trees. Since it is the May, and you know the beauty of the red flowers, and that too the highways were like really good, and it was so warm enough to enjoy the ride, and it was so smooth to ride on the highway and just keep on going. I was getting near Kamareddy, and an interesting thing happened, and a guy was chasing me in a car, and he asked me to stop the highway. Then after a few minutes I stopped, and this guy came towards me and asked me about the bike, and luckily he said, "Bro, I also have booked an Ultraviolette F77 and waiting for my delivery." Yes, that's a interesting thing that happened.
So I was riding towards Kamareddy from Hyderabad. So finally I saw Ultraviolette owner who has booked the F77. So here is Karthik. Luckily we met at highway. He just saw me and told me that he has booked the Ultraviolette F77. So happy to meet him, Karthik.
Yeah, thank you.
So really surprised to see. I was asking the F77 team to help me with the people, but unfortunately I'm not able to meet them. Okay guys.
His name is Karthik and he is from Secunderabad and he is working in Kamareddy. He often travels daily from Secunderabad to Hyderabad. For a few minutes, and he also said that he is working in Kamareddy, and I also said that I'm gonna charge near Kamareddy only. Then he said I'll meet you in the lunchtime once I go and check in the office and I will come back. And I gave him my location, and he also said that he'll be there after some time. Really, it was so happy to see him, and an Ultraviolette F77 owner who I always wanted to meet so many people on there, but unfortunately this is the only thing that happened. And then on I was traveling towards Kamareddy, which is few kilometers away, and Udheep shared me the location of a hotel where they have the lioncharge facility, and I was heading toward that place for the charging session. I reached Paranika Palace by 10:45 am with a 40% battery remaining, and I reached that charging point and parked my bike. Then called Udheep that I have reached the place, and he guided me saying that the hotel person will come, and he also shared his number because that's a car charger that is kept there, but he made an arrangement that they will provide a 16 amp socket for plugging my booster charger. Then after discussing, the hotel person asked me to take the bike to the basement, and I reached the basement and parked near a EB point, and they provided me the plug point there, and I was charging. And meanwhile, Karthik also reached there, and he also wanted to check the bike and want to have a ride. So he rode the bike and came inside, and he had some good movement there. But the twist was waiting. After 5 to 10 minutes, the charging stopped, and what happened was really shocking, because I carried an extension cable of 10 meters which had a 5 amp circuit to 16 amp circuit converter, and unfortunately due to heavy voltage, the 5 amp circuit got melted, and don't know what to do next. Then I called Udheep, said the situation. Then he spoke to the electrician of the hotel, and after some time again he arranged a charging point near the car charger itself and saying few technical details to the electrician. But the electrician was not available. He came late and there was so much of delays. After some time he came and gave me the charging plug point like after an hour. It was a delay actually because I planned 2 different things on the same day, but nothing happened. Karthik came again and took me for lunch to a nearby place, and he also introduced his family and via video call, and we were talking to them, and he was saying about me and what I'm doing and about the bike, and he was supposed to buy that, and all these things were going. Then after having the lunch, we came back to the hotel where the bike was charging, and the bike was almost full of charge, and there were also some meeting going on in the hotel, and the people who came out of the hotel saw the bike and inquired about what bike it is and what is happening and all these kind of things. Then they were also so excited about the journey, and then they took a picture with me, and we had a good time. And again the charging is full, and I started from that place. And I want to thank Karthik for hosting me there, and also Udheep for arranging me the charger. Then it was almost evening, like 4 or 5. I was taking rest in the lobby. Then Udheep called me and shared his friend number, saying that he might help me out in some places where he has already done a EV drive. Yes, his name is Prafulla, and he is an Nexon EV owner. He has traveled a lot in to different places with his Nexon EV. He was very kind enough to share his PlugShare account to me with a few amount loaded in that, and he also asked me to use that if we can find any charging points there. And he was also continuously following me up till I was reaching to the next destinations. I'm really grateful to Prafulla because he is the one who guided me in few places for charging. Then Prafulla guided me to the next stop, and he suggested me a place in near Nirmal. Then I was heading towards to that place. Since it was late night, I had a fear about traveling alone with all the gadgets popping up in the bike. So some footages might be missing because I removed the GoPro and kept it in my bag for safety. And then I reached a place called Nirmal where Prafulla shared me a location. Then I reached that hotel and went inside and checked with the charging point, but unfortunately in a bad twist there was no charging point there, and it was a wrong location as he said, but it was a correct location, but he was saying that there is no charging point here. And I was like roaming here and there for in few places, and also in search of some hotels, but none of them was ready to help me out, and also they don't have a charging point. Then one guy guided me to the city inside the city, like town. Then I went there. After going there, again I found some places and asked some help. Then I found a small bunk shop on the roadside corner, and he was assisting, and he was so helpful again. So I found him through a Bolt charger. So again I installed the Bolt app and found this place and went there, and he also had the 16 ohm socket and all these kind of things, and then I plugged in and tried to charge. The Bolt app didn't work out. Then that guy was so helpful. Again he asked me to directly plug in inside the shop. So I was somewhat relaxed, and after some time the charging started. We found out why, because there was a electrical issue there. Then after sorting out, we charged it again. Then it was around 10 minutes it was charging. Again there was a huge smoke coming behind from his shop. Again the charging stopped, and the whole power is gone, and I got totally tensed. I was so like panicked. I don't know what to do, and there was no places around to charge, and also the EB was gone, and I got so much of kind of terrified. Then he was consoling me, saying that don't worry bro, I'll fix it. Then he called the electrician and fixed it. Again we tried to charge, but he said that it's a high voltage, so don't charge it again, then you will have some issues. Then that is also a failure. Then again I thanked him, and I even offered some money, but he didn't take it. He asked me, no, don't worry, you just find some other place. I'm so sorry. He was so sorry about it. Then I asked him where I can go to the next place. I have only few minutes of charging. Then he guided me to the next place, but it was behind the place where I want to go. Then after some time I was checking out Prafulla's idea of taking a plug-in share. Then I found a Tata charging point in Adilabad, and it was around a few kilometers away. Then I was like relaxed, but since the charge is very low, I had to like what to say, I have to wait for it. I have to put a big risk and then continue towards that place. And once I reached out of the town, it was like huge pitch dark. I don't know where I'm going. I was so scared, because it was like pitch dark. The road was leading towards a hillside, and what like kind of uphill and a few turns. I thought I was in the wrong route, and I am going to a different place. I might get looted and all these kind of things. But luckily, after some time, the road led to the highway. Then after a few minutes, like 30 to 40 minutes, I reached the highway and went towards Adilabad. Since these places are very new to me, I didn't have any confidence, and I had a bit of fear, and I was like going on slowly on the corners of the highway, so that I'm not wasting more of water in my battery and losing it as soon as possible. Then again a disaster happened. The bag which I kept in my tank fall down. I didn't even recognize it fall down. Then there was two bikers who were coming behind me, took the bag and gave it to me. And again the big thing, because most of my gadgets were there in that bag, because it's my laptop bag. I had my DSLR and my charging and my helmet cleaner, all these kind of things were there. Then I again kept it in my tank bag, secured it, and I was marching towards few meters. Suddenly I felt my pant was full of wet. I don't know what happened. Then I opened the bag and saw the helmet cleaner liquid was broken, and it was spilled in the entire bag, even on the camera. And I got like, what the hell? Then I politely calmed myself and cleaned the bag, then kept it all inside the bag in different places. Then headed towards the next place. I didn't even know will I found the next charging point. Will it happen or not? So fingers crossed, things were going bad. So after traveling 67 kilometers, I reached Adilabad and entered the town in search of the charging point. Then I came across this Indian oil petrol pump and noticed the Tata charging point is there. Then I approached the staff some station seeking help to provide the charging point. But initially there was some language barriers and they seemed to be unwilling to assist me. But however, there was a guy who was there in a car filling up the tank, and I went and approached him and talked to him and asked him help. And in the twist of a turn, he was the owner's brother-in-law, and he instructed the staff to help me out and also allowed me to rest inside the pump. Then after some time, the petrol pump owner himself came and offered his assistance, and also the staff then understood the situation. Then they were so helpful, and they also provided me an Andhra meals where they had some extra. Then it was around 10 p.m. and though there was also no shop around, and I was so thankful for them for helping out and giving me the food, and also asked me to stay inside the pump and asked me to sleep there. And again, luckily the day 3 was literally a different kind of day, good, bad and ugly kind of thing. Then it was my first petrol pump stay in my entire life, and that gave me new lessons and also like new friends in the petrol pump. Finally found a petrol station to charge my vehicle. So there is a Tata power grid which is shared by Motul. Yeah, thank you. So I want to thank these two people. So these people are very helpful. They offered me food also. So thank you, Bhaiya. So if you want to charge, if you want to come here, you can use this place. And this is in Adilabad, and the first petrol station when you come inside the city. It will be very useful. It has a Tata Power. So we have like 24 kilowatt of charging. If you want, you can use it here. Okay. So that's the end of the day today. So day 3. We are ending here in Adilabad. So tomorrow we are going towards Nagpur and continuing our journey of day 4. So see you. Good night. Bye.